At Minnesota, they have everything from a Heisman to a Nagurski in their rich legacy. And today in Minneapolis, the Golden Gophers hope to add another memorable chapter. We are in full-on stripe-out mode as the fans doing their part to try to distort the vision of the visitors. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Vols will kick it away to start us off. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Looking for a productive play on first down. Linebacker shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. He'll come out throwing on first down. Catch in the middle. It's McCluster. Still running at the 40. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. You go with the first snap of the game, and you make a big play like that, your confidence just soars.
And I don't know if the defense was sleepwalking here, Reese, but it's almost as if they didn't know the game had actually started. They were just kind of lethargic in the back end. I don't think they were anticipating this offense taking a shot on the first play.
One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hotter.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room. So important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Calls his own number. Open runway ahead. Touchdown, Minnesota! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Hey, I know it's only one drive, but that sets a standard that you want to live up to not only the rest of this game, but maybe the entire season.
And these players were talking about the talent they had coming into this game. They've got a lot of speed. They've got some experience. They've got guys that have played a lot of snaps. So it's not just going to be the expectations in their own huddle, in their own locker room, but I think for fans of college football watching this team play all year, they're going to be expecting them to put up points.
Here comes the offense on first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on second down. He's looking to throw. They've got the screen set up. Showing off the arm. There to make the stop, but they use the back in the passing game and pick up the first down.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the stakes. This offense has a second down play. They'll try the run. The Vols will move the sticks.
Watching this Tennessee running back, man, he just runs with so much purpose. And it reminds me of guys that I used to play against, Jamal Lewis and Travis Henry, two great Vol running backs that used to really test the physicality of our Gator defenses and some of those great games we had back in the late 90s. This dude right here, man, he just wears you down every single carry.
And how about setting the tone right there? Like, you're going to cover this guy coming across the field, get it to him early on the first drive, let him know this playmaker is going to be touching the ball early and often, and he picks up the big game.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Quick release by the QB. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
And had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on 4th down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
The Volunteers getting set on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and his offense is threatening with a first down.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game 1, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this guy.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
I like the poise by the quarterback on that play, too, because a lot of times as a quarterback, you see the blitz coming, and immediately you want to audible, you want to try to throw the ball, but he knew that he had a good run play called, and he knew he could leave it on. Heads-up play by the QB.
Quick handoff. Got some room in under the goal line, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tennessee! Timely decisions, effective play management helps him get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed a play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it's a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
They have set the tone in this one already inside a minute to play in a wild first quarter. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this squad.
The Golden Gophers pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to surprise him with the pass. He looks that one in nicely. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score tied at 7.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Motion from the offense. On the option. Quick toss. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. And the Golden Gophers are on the move. Looking for room. It's McCluster. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
On 1st and 10 from the 38. Looking to move it through the air. Grabbed behind the line. It's McCluster. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Offense walks through the line for play number 7 of the drive. Firing to the right, complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
The Golden Gophers will line it up on 1st and 10. Quarterback will audible. He wants to throw. Quick completion on the out. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Reinhardt. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
And the Golden Gophers line it up with a 1st and goal. He wants to throw it again. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Got it! He gets it in! Touchdown, Golden Gophers! They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
It took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
Tennessee ready to go to work the big orange offense on the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play call. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Line gets set, 1st down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Trying to get behind the defense. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's why, as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down. They'll go to the ground. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They'll run play action. Looking deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Man, if you're going to win games, you've got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look.
Looking to take a shot. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
Scrambling away. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on fourth down.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Well, the tight end's a guy that's going to have to be able to make plays for this offense in the passing game. That time, QB looking for the big fella. He ran a good route, just couldn't reel it in.
Here comes the offense on second down. Quarterback checking the play. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball running out of bounds.
Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on third and long. Grabbed over the middle. It's McCluster. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
Nice poise by the quarterback. Here's a big third down throw, and you want to push the ball vertically down the field, but if the defense takes it all away, check the ball down. Get it to your running back and let him go do the work and move the sticks for him.
Discards a man. Headed to the end zone, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! I can hear the defensive coordinator in the next booth yelling, "Wrap up! You have to wrap up!"
Bring your feet, 4 points of contact. You hear all those stuff from your defensive coaches. But you know what? Sometimes the guy's just better than you. He makes a play and gets in the end zone.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
On second down, looking to throw. Quarterback adapted. He turns it loose to the left. And that pass picked off.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
First down for this offense. He's going to pass.
Quarterback is sacked. A loss of 12 on the play. Brings up second down.
There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Tennessee.
That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. Standing in his own end zone looking to throw. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
The offenses should focus on their guys and making sure so-and-so guys get so-and-so touches. And, you know, listen, they're featuring this guy. They're going to throw it to him. He's going to be the primary target on a lot of times.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he intercepts it. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Fires to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown ball.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to go up top on first down. Using his feet to buy time. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
Listen, the comeback route is one of the more difficult routes to throw in college football. You see zone, and they're bailing, getting out of there. Nice job by the receiver, sticking his foot in the ground, coming back to the quarterback, catching the ball. Nice pitch, nice catch.
Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
Really good toughness by the QB to hang in there, take a big shot, but I will not give him credit for throwing in a double coverage. So, nice job hanging in there, being tough, make a better decision. Do not throw into double coverage. He got lucky that was an interception.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Trying to get to him. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he has vexed this defense with scramble after scramble, has another first down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Golden Gophers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
They're trying to get to it. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. A terrific throw that time, and when you play quarterback here, there's a pretty rich legacy to try to live up to.
And just finding that guy that just makes it look easy. I think the Vols fans would really appreciate that, when a guy that can push it down the field, make the right decisions consistently, be smart at that quarterback spot.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18. And the Volunteers headed quickly to the line. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Still looking on the move. He'll let one go down the right side. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. And on the opening drive of the second half, you've made adjustments, but sometimes you underestimate the fact that the defense is ready for your adjustments.
And they've made their own adjustments as well. And they're allowed to sit there in the locker room and think and wonder about how you're going to attack them coming out of the tunnel. Great job being ready to go at the start of the second half by the defense.
Fights off a defender.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
To the air on first down. That's caught. It's McCluster. Bringing the heat. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. He's loose, and he didn't squeeze it. It's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense. It's a turnover.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. They are so close to a score, they can smell it on the first play of the drive. 1st and goal. Here comes the option. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting.
Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. Leaves it with the running back. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the change for the first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
The offense has it 1st and 10 from their own 20. He's looking to throw it. Going for the big play. Makes the catch on the left. Off he goes. The 10. Touchdown Volunteers. And once he got loose, it was all over. Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Minnesota 28, Tennessee 21.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. That last drive and the turnover, not what you're looking for when you have the lead, Jesse.
Yeah, and really I think for them it's just staying out of their own way. They're making plays. They've got the playmakers to go and win this game, so it's just a matter of executing better.
Executing better, understanding I still got the lead. Put a drive together here and build on that lead.
Pocket starts to collapse. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the defense is there to stop him short of the first down.
I know he didn't pick up the first down, but, man, he makes this 4th down way more manageable. It's tough when you got 4th in Africa. Did a great job of making this manageable and keeping the playbook open.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He rifles one deep down the right side. Fires it into a crowd, and it's picked off. Got some room to run. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
They go to the ground. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The give on the inside. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
He ends up getting sacked after 34 yards. And that's good enough for a first down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Minnesota 28, Tennessee 21.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1. He's looking to throw. A safe call on the wide receiver screen. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. The defense was asking for that penalty immediately, and they got it. Offensive pass interference waves off the first down. Lining up to convert third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Not a ton of play calls for third in California when you're on offense. You know you're going to have your quarterback holding on to the football. You really got to think about how you're going to protect him. Offensive coordinator may want to think about using more max protect schemes, get more bodies in to give this quarterback a chance.
A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. Given the unrest surrounding this guy's future as the head coach, this would be a great way to get the season started.
Man, you want all the momentum you can get, and you want to quiet people down. You don't want it to get louder. The louder those murmurs talk about hot seat, and you have a tendency to lose your football team. It's a distraction. You have to talk about it all the time. So always nice, Palmer, to get off on the right foot.
You just got to be able to drown out the outside noise, right? Easier said than done. And with this win in week one, they're going to silence the critics. But make no mistake, he's going to go into that locker room and say, everyone that's been talking trash about us all off season, they're going to love us now. Don't pay any attention to that. All that matters is what's in this locker room. They've got to take that attitude forward.
Gets it out fast. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And I think this is where coaches really earn their money late in games, right? It's in the fourth quarter. You got the lead. Do you want to stay conservative, run the football? Because I see the defenses, they start to get aggressive. And so sometimes you can take the other hand and take advantage of it.
Got his man on the right. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs. So it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. And moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. This quarterback part of their running game. Got enough space. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense. We got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Quarterback keeps it. Touchdown, Minnesota! And they take it in for 6 more points.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. They march 72 yards, and they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He's taking the deep shot. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. They'll throw it from the red zone. Lets it fly. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
What a play by the defender there, guys. In his own end zone. The offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
Their deep shot for the end zone. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Crosses the 30. He's got away. Flying down the right side. At the 20. Touchdown, Golden Gophers. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The offense lining up for a first down play. Looking to move it through the air. Here's a throw downfield late. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. One more play to pad the stats. On the run, it's McCluster. And they'll pick up just a few on this run, and that'll bring us to the end of the ball game. The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every